Can we all see the video? Can we all see the screen?
Yeah.
Can we see my screen? Can see it, I will hear you. I want to be sure, please.
Yes.
Okay. Modalities in trade with George FX. All right. So I'm going to start. Welcome, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I think this is an appropriate time because of our different time zone. Now, we're going to quickly discuss modalities in our team. So, first of all, what must you? Oh, I need to meet the person. Please, if I meet you, do not unmute yourself. Ejiro, please do not unmute. All right, so in order to have good sound, okay. So now, first of all, we focus on intraday trade, intraday trading, day trading. Intraday trading are trades that you can open at the beginning of the day and close before the day goes out. Day trading are trades that can run for over a day, and swing trading can take up to a week or more, probably into at most 3 months for now. So secondly, scalping. Your running trades, your account is personal to you. So we don't scalp as a group. You can do your normal scalping. Then your running trades, you take responsibility of your running trades, which we will teach you how to do it in this forum. Then your account is personal to you. Our services are incentive to improve performance and profitability. So the services which you offer to you, apart from the cost, what you actually paid for is the cost, but we make sure you improve in your forex performance and also high profitability in your forex career. So what will I gain from this forum? First of all, you will learn how to develop trade setups. Now, forex is not gambling. Forex is not something that is naive. It has to go with knowledge. So you will learn how to develop trade setups. You will know how to forecast the market. So we're going to teach you how to forecast the market. And we'll also teach you how to take good, best trades with good risk-reward ratio. So you don't just take trades. There are trades that you know how good they can be, but at the same time, you should know how to take good trade setups. So now you will learn how to generate signals, then how to monitor running trades. You generate signals from your setups, then how to monitor running trades. Then this forum gives you access to support, it gives you access to assistance and consultations. Then how do we achieve these things? First of all, through online video conferencing and segmented intervals. So we're going to have video conferencing at intervals for teachings and for live trading sessions. So we're going to partition our timing properly. So you have to put in patience in what you are doing. You must not always be in a haste to always trade. And secondly, through our Slack community, we share trade setups and updates. So on our Slack community now, we're going to be dropping our charts. So that is where we'll be dropping our charts. We're going to utilize that platform very, very well. That is where we'll be dropping our setups. Then we'll keep updating the setups. So we are actually improving on that. So then through the WhatsApp group, that is where we can give ourselves updates. Finally here, through streaming learning sections and live trading sections from the trade house. We have a trade house now. So at this point, we'll be streaming some of our classes and our live sessions. We'll stream it so that online, offline can be part of it. So we're going to all trade together. Now, there are rules guiding what we do. First of all, you have to do a work. You have to get diligent on your pairs. So we already shared pairs 2 by 2. So you have to get diligent with your 2 pairs. You can decide to change it. Then those 2 pairs, there are someone else in our group is also attached to either one of them. So try to know the person and try to collaborate. I'm involved in all the pairs, but gradually I will build up setups in all the pairs. So that's gradually. But most of our trades are swing trades. So once I build up those setups, we'll keep monitoring them, keep taking trades. So just like a single chart I have, which I will show you, I've been trading that chart over a year plus. So that is what swing trading can actually do for you. So for now, no dropping of signals without marked chart trade setup. So no dropping of signals, like I drop signals, someone drops signals and all that. It should stop for the sake of our newbies. There should be orderliness. If you have a scalping system that you can generate signals, fine. Just do it personal for now. Then if you have a setup, give it time, develop your setup and share in the Slack. Notify us in the WhatsApp that you've shared. Welcome to it. Bit by bit, we'll keep breaking down charts. So if we can be consistent from now to the next 2 months, I bet you that we have trades that can take us to the next 2 years, non-stop. So you have to take this forum very serious. And I bet you, I'm going to work with a few that are ready. So if you don't follow up, there's no problem, but we're going to have the best. Now, all trade setups and possible signals should be posted on the Slack app, and a notification should be dropped on WhatsApp. So we are following to that. Now, there are things you must master. You must master trading sections. We are not in the same country. We are not in the same continent. So you must know the GMT, UTC, which is the central time. So from there, you can be able to convert the time to your local zone. So know the UTC, GMT, the London time, then convert it to your own time so that there can be easy communication. Like I'm in Nigeria, and mostly the London section and the New York section are always at our daytime when we are awake. So I somehow mostly trade those times when I need to just trade. So, but if we play a role in the forum, we can be active in all the sections. So in case London section enters into your night, you just have to be a bit diligent to follow up the much you can. So, but with time, we can intensify into Tokyo and Sydney section. So it is your job, go to babypips.com, go to Forex Factory, know about trading sections. Then secondly, economic calendar and the upcoming news events. You have to be able to follow the economic calendar and be able to reach the which we will teach, but just be able to use your calendar. Then upcoming events, there are a lot of events going on when you listen to your BBC and a lot of whatever. CNBC, you should be able to know what is happening around you as a forex trader. Then finally, our ultimate swing trading course, sorry, not section. So that course that was given to you, please and please take it serious. That is all I can say. Because if you don't, I don't think you ever understand whatever we'll do from now. Now, let's look at possible trades. Let's look at possible trades. First of all, card, GDP card, cards. I said card strength, card JPY, crude oil, USD, card. Okay, let me go to card JPY. So quickly, we have more, I have like more 10 minutes and the remaining 5 minutes is for question and answer. Section. So let me go to my chart. A little bit patient. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, this card JPY. So if you have any question, please try to drop it on the chat. If you have questions, ensure you drop it on the chat, please. So okay, I think I should start with crude oil to make it easy. Let me start with crude oil. Crude oil will be much easier. So please make sure you take note of these things. I wouldn't come back to them because possibly trades will be more from me for next week. So, but if you can catch the information, you can use it. So now let's go. This is crude oil. So remember, for some of us that were in the premium earlier, I called for a buy around this bottom, around 43.10, something of that nature. And I told some of us to hold the trade. For the second entry, I called a buy around this zone. So I'm coming. So I called around this zone, and around here. So now we had a range. This is a range. Now, when you look at this range, this is a horizontal range. So where we have a pattern this way, so that is the likely pattern we are going to have. So from the H4, okay, I think I have. So already, this pair has already given us a flag. I'm going to talk more about flag today. So this is what I told you about. It didn't drop to this low, but it made the shape. It's going higher. So you can just wait for a move down to take the trade. And you can wait for this to break the top. So we're expecting more bullish move from CAD. Remember, crude oil is directly proportional to CAD. So most times, as the crude oil is strengthening, it's affecting CAD. So these are just some simple ideology you can actually use for this level. So I just want to touch some charts, then we can then we can, break in our classes later on fully. So we're expecting more bullish move from oil. So some of us were not able to enter the trade earlier from this bottom. All this thing happened today. So this was the flag to give you the bullish move. Now let me talk a little about flag, which you have to understand that the chart works in fractals. That's FRACTALS. So now, when you are in a bearish market, it goes down, it makes the flag this way. It goes down. When in a bullish market, it goes up, it makes the flag this way, and it continues. So these are actually what you have to look out for. This and this. Now, these two trends decides your entry point. This is what decides your entry point. Now, assuming we are expecting to buy on this pair, just like you're looking at it now, I don't really jump into buying because right now you see that it's already falling. So you may say, as I said, buy, you rush and start buying. You can see the way it's falling. So I don't do that. I wait for that flag. You see, this 1 minute chart. Is applicable to all the charts. This is 5 minutes. This is 15 minutes. So you can see all the different flags. Let me show you. You can see here. You can see it went up. You can see this. It took off. Now, it didn't go like this again. I just want to show you the simplest things. Look at the way it went. It dropped. Now, it would have continued, but at this point, it failed. This is in your 15-minute chart. If I go back to 5-minute chart, you see the same thing. If I go back to 1 minute chart, you see the same thing. So, and remember I said that this is a range. So since you have this range, you will look out for spots around here to buy. Around here. So now that the market has gone far, you wait for another flag. You take a buy. You can take your first take profit here, or you can hold on for it to continue. So bear in mind crude oil. We're looking to buy crude oil. So you can go mark your chart, you can go get ready for that. So just document it so that you wouldn't tell me that you are not really aware, please. I beg you. Okay, card JPY. All right, card. Okay. So now back to card JPY, you can see the same flag. This is on the D1 chart. This is that same continuation flag. Already, this was the big spike we saw on the 2nd of January. All of us were aware of the heavy drop from EM pairs. You can see this is over how many pips. So now, and it formed a very strong pin bar. So from that point, it has been bullish. This is just a sign of continuation for the pair. It's a sign of continuation for the pair. So now, if you look closely, you can see it already. It broke off, it retested. You can see the close. So if it wants today closes above, you see, this is your H4, is actually giving you the same flag. It's giving you the same flag. It's giving you. Sorry. Horizontal. The flag is also here. If you go to lower time frame, you'll see it. If you go to lower time frame, you will see it. So I'm going to wait for daily close to take my trade. And I have, wow, this is up to 85 pips. Okay. I can decide to 20 pips, maybe it's around 40 pips, and go more higher, up to 160 pips. So take note, get it down somewhere. Tomorrow is Friday. The market may be dull, or wait, I think CAD has a news on Friday, so that could be a boost. So just note it down. Okay, USD CAD, USD CAD, USD CAD. Well, I've been on that pair. USD CAD. So has been bearish. So, but then one thing with this pair, I will just tell you throughout this year, sell at every high. So also having a flag here. And flag. So this is what we're expecting here. These are targets. This long term, this is like up to 300 pips or more. So we're watching out for that move. So now I can still decide to have this trade. If it extends here, still part of the flag. So, but here I'll still go for the move. So that's one thing in Forex. You need to know how the setup is being developed so that you don't be in some trades and you wonder why you were knocked out of the trade. So nobody, I will tell you, nobody knows when this fall will come. Don't assume that somebody knows. Don't assume that someone is responsible for the chart. Don't just assume that you may hear one news and the news will make it happen immediately. No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't just happen that way. This flag already is communicating something. Just like this fall started, whatever that caused this fall is still invoked to make it get down to this level. But it's not going to fall that way. It's going to make a flag. So I'm interested in the sell. Now, when you're watching out for trades like this, and you plan all this, you have to clearly watch to be sure that all you expected is happening. If it doesn't happen, please don't just jump into the trade. Let me be on GDP card. Don't just say because that's what you need to understand, because there's a difference between forecasting and taking trades. There's a very big difference. So, which I will let us know. And that is why I don't mostly do weekly review. I will start it, but I don't mostly do weekly review because weekly review has cost a lot of people more harm than good. So most times people rush into doing weekly review, but they tend not to, like I said, how to develop trade setups, how to forecast the market. Now, what I was showing you, I was actually forecasting the market. So I will show you what will happen for you to expect a buy, what will happen for you to take a sell. So you have to watch out for those actions. If they don't happen, you're not supposed to take trade. If they happen the way you expected, then you take your trade. So that's for forecasting. I can give you a forecast and the market will change. Because I know the market have changed, I will be able to take the trade otherwise. So that is why we'll teach you how to develop trade setups. So just like some people, I said, my chart is not ready. Truly, my chart is not ready. I changed my device. And I'm working to get a better one. Because this one, I keep loading my MT4 and they keep crashing. Though I'll still go back to TradingView, but I prefer my MT4 for some reasons. So forecasting is different from taking trades. Maybe you may go on YouTube and someone will say, whatever the person will say and say, we are buying this, we are doing this. You know? So that doesn't mean you should just jump into the trade. No, you must know how to take good trades. Now, when your setup is ready, you should be able to ask yourself at the same time, am I having a good risk-reward ratio at that particular time that I want to take the trade? So now, let's say, for instance, this is GDP card. This is USD card. I don't know why I like calling GDP card. Okay, you can see that there's an extension here. The flag is almost going off that place. So, and this is what I was watching out for, to take a sell. And I know, okay, if this is closest, I may take my sell down. I may decide to take my sell down from here. And this could be about how many pips now? This could be about over 100 pips. So, but when I come to risk-reward ratio, since I know that from my setup, there's a likelihood, please listen very carefully, there's a likelihood for this pair to extend to my key level. Through the course, you can be able to identify key levels. Please work on the course. Now, since I know that there's a likelihood for this thing to extend, which is 81 pips, and if it extends, does it destroy the setup? No, it doesn't. It just makes a stronger flag. So now, if I'm taking this trade from here, from this point, that means I'm already looking at a stop loss of 100 pips. And I'm targeting 166. So I'm not actually having good risk-reward ratio with our system of trading because it's not effective. So what I will do is I will let it extend. And I'll allow it to extend. And I'll have my sell limit around this zone. This is my sell limit. So that once it peaks, at any point, it will start falling. You see that you have all these pips and you have here to wait. Now, for you to take this trade, you must wait for the pull, the fall first, wait for the little correction, and you see that the correction is not extending. You can now sell from here and put your stop loss here. So stop loss, take profit here. Now, these are some of the things you watch out for. So you're not going to learn all today. It's going to be a gradual following. So we don't really have the clear setup on USD card, but we're going to have big trades from that. So that's what I'm watching on CAD JPY. I showed you the flag, the bullish flag of CAD JPY from D1. So if it is on D1, that means the trade can extend up to a week or 2 weeks, or even it can go up to 3 weeks. One of the weeks can be a pullback. So that's a good trade. That's crude oil USD card I said, okay, the next one, DXY, gold, euro, USD, DXY. So now some of us were not available on the last section we had. The last section we had was here. So I was telling us that we're going to expect the move here. That was the forecast for DXY. And then we actually had the move there. Okay, this is the move. Sorry. Okay, let me just take the way it did go. So we're having the move. So this is a flag. So we're expecting one more move. You see? So around this box, you see that it breaks off from this move and it goes. So now if my DXY, I'm expecting one more move from DXY. That tells me that USD CAD is going to also make the same move. You see? So you can decide to take the short trade, but for me, I don't actually look at the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is here. But then I can decide to risk, because see my reason, I can decide to risk because this is a heavy breakout. This is a heavy breakout. This is the H4. Let me go to D1. This is a heavy breakout. So we've not had much extension from the breakout. This is just the first level of resistance. So we can actually return to this level. And actually return to that level. Because we're able to make these things yellow so that you can see those prices and mark them in your own chart. So I called for the first meeting when we're here, we had the breakout and we're still extending. So, but we're still monitoring it, because we can actually have a pull from here. We can actually have, but from here we're already going up. We're already going up to this place. So from here we can decide. So I'm working on having online live trading sections. When we improve, we'll have it on daily basis. So probably at the opening of London section. So that's DXY, Euro USD. So that's a continuation. I've really talked on DXY the last meeting we had. So for some people that were able to catch the move, I talked on DXY, USD, for people that were able to buy the pair. So this is for Euro USD. We have been on it. I think during the first section we had, that was we during the next section we had, we were around. I think the market was around here. So we're expecting to take a sell from here. So and it happened that day. So if you kept the trade, you're already in 100 pips. So, but we're having some kind of reactions around here. You see that DXY is actually not always 85% directly proportional to Euro USD, but sometimes they may not correlate. Right now, G20 meeting is going on, and it's still on and on. It affects the euro. So, but at any time we can have US crash. We may be expecting this move, or this move will continue to drag down. But at every possible low, we are buying this pair. At every possible low, we are buying this pair. So we always buy low, sell high. We don't actually buy a buying market and sell a selling market. But that is, by the way, that one is later. We'll talk about that. So, but then from this point already, is almost dropping and dropping and dropping, and we are watching out for this breakout. It may not be soon, but we are monitoring the breakouts. We are monitoring the breakouts. These are some corrective moves that we've had. So I believe those that will be in the Elliott wave class will be able to get full details about all that happened here, and we'll also do professional level course for those. So for now, we are still bearish on Euro USD. Bearish. If you are not in the trade, please wait for our signal to join the trade. Don't just jump into the trade, because for the sales, you are looking at closing the sales. So I'm looking at closing the sales. This is not the trade I used to hold accounts. I just use this one for the teachings. So